Our next topic is the cost of quality. How much money does a company spend on quality? If we want to compute the total amount of money a company spends to ensure quality in a given year, what elements should we add to our calculations? The total cost of quality is a method that's used to calculate the total dollar value of the resources used by a company for managing its quality. The total cost of quality consists of two broad categories. The first one is the cost for efforts aimed at building good quality. In other words, these are the costs for good quality. There are two types of costs under this category: prevention costs and appraisal costs. The second one is the costs incurred as a consequence of bad quality. In other words, these are the costs due to poor quality. We have internal failure costs and external failure costs. So let's talk about them in more detail. First, prevention costs. We have these costs for preventing errors and defects in the processes and products. For example, we want to train employees before they work. So there are expenses for this. So this is a prevention cost. And also, we are willing to pay premium price for high quality raw materials. So we can think of this as a prevention cost. Also, we spend additional expenses for better design of product. And also, we spend additional expenses for better design of processes. So these are prevention costs. We can notice that we are spending prevention costs because we want to limit other three costs: appraisal and failure costs. Appraisal costs are inspection costs. So if your actions in prevention is robust, then you'll be producing high quality products or services, so you won't need to spend a lot for inspection. So the appraisal costs will be reduced. Also, the failure costs will be reduced. Next, appraisal costs. These are called inspection costs. We spend these for inspecting quality at all stages of production processes. So for example, we need to train the inspectors. That's an appraisal cost. And we need to pay for the time of inspectors during inspections. And we need equipment to conduct inspections. We lose products while conducting inspection. Sample has to be discarded because it was used for inspection. So these are some examples of appraisal costs. Next, internal failure costs. Internal failure costs consist of expenses that are related to failed goods and services. They are found before they are sent to the customer. Examples are scrap or rework. A rework is something that can be fixed by doing the work again. A scrap is something that cannot be fixed and that has to be thrown away. For example, suppose you're producing shirts. You're inspecting the final product and you find a shirt that's missing one of its buttons. Is this a rework or a scrap? You can fix this by putting a button on it. So this is a rework. Let me give you another example. Let's say you find a shirt that has a huge cut on the side. You can't fix it. You need to throw it out. Then this is a scrap. Next, external failure costs are the costs incurred when defects are discovered by customers. So what are the examples of external failure costs? We need to handle complaints from customers. We need to repair the returned products. We need to process the refunds. You receive warranty claims, so you need to refund your customers' money, or there can be lawsuits. So what's the lesson we learn from this? Prevention can help reduce the other three costs. Appraisal can reduce both internal and external failure costs. And internal failures are preferred to external failures.